ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Backlash 2016 review. And my personal opinion before we get into all the not play-by-play, but match-by-match opinions about each one of them. My overall opinion about this pay-per-view, it was a pretty decent, okay, one-brand pay-per-view. A brand-exclusive pay-per-view, may I say. I actually was somewhat entertained by this pay-per-view despite the horrible build-up. The matches were pretty decent. They had a pretty long, drawn-out match to fill in time. They didn't use, well, some of the segments were pretty fucking lame, but there were moments in the show that were pretty damn decent. And I actually enjoyed it. The World Championship match, I would definitely say, was the show stealer of the night, or the match stealer of the night. Definitely well was worth everybody's time to watch. The rest of it was questionable, but let's get into it, shall we? The first match on the card was the Women's Championship match, and we had Shane and Daniel Bryan come out to introduce the very first match that would come about, which of course what I'm talking about now. This match was actually pretty decent. A little bit of surprises occurred in this match. I kind of figured that Nikki Bella was going to walk away with the victory and be the new women's champion for SmackDown. That was not to be, actually. Carmella eliminated Nikki Bella with a roll-up pin, and I don't know if she was grabbing any tights or anything like that to get an advantage, but she picked up the victory with a roll-up pin. So, with that being said, she and Becky Lynch are the last two in the match. Becky Lynch actually does pick up the victory with her inverted arm bar that she performed on Carmella and made Carmella tap out. Naomi was actually very impressive in this match. Probably the best match I've ever seen her in. She performed very well. Was doing a lot of good maneuvers in this match. There was a botch. I believe it was her and Natalya when she was trying to knock her out of the ring. I'm not quite sure. I remember which one it was with Natalya, but I believe it was Naomi. And that was about the only thing I saw bad that Naomi did in this match that was really a heavy-duty botch, or at least noticeable to my eye. So quite frankly, I thought that there was a lot of good performance going on in this match. Not as great as if you saw Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and all them, or even Becky Lynch was performing pretty decently, but she wasn't utilized as much in the match until the very end, which was kind of surprising in my opinion, since she is the best performer in this entire match. So that kind of shocked me a little bit, but I guess there was a purpose to it to help her pick up the victory so she wouldn't get injured or something like that. I don't know. But Becky Lynch picks up the victory, walks away with the title. I give this match a 3 out of 5 stars just to be nice. Alexa Bliss, just to state one thing here. Alexa Bliss looks like she could play Harley Quinn. She would be a great impersonator or have a character as an evil villain. Instead of this snobby, blonde-headed chick, she could actually be a Harley Quinn type of character. She came out with the ponytail and all that bullshit, the pigtails and all that shit, and she really looks like she could play an evil villain, like full-on effect evil villain that's really psychotic, crazy, and whatnot, if she could pull that off acting-wise. But she has the look of one, so definitely would consider that maybe in her future as a bad guy. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of that too, as you're, get an opportunity to leave your comments down below. The Usos defeat the Hype Bros, Zack Ryder, and Mojo Rawley. Whatever the fuck the guy's name is. I don't know if that's a proper spelling or whatnot. The Usos pick up the victory with the submission hold against Zack Ryder and have Zack tap out. This match was okay, I would say, but not great. I was not very happy with the tag team matches tonight. They were very disappointing. I think this match was actually better than the tag titles match itself. So, quite frankly, I really did not like anything that's going on SmackDown tag team wise. The tag team division on both shows, to be perfectly honest with all of you, is absolute trash. It really is. I give this match a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I do not like this match whatsoever. Well, not liked it whatsoever is kind of a strong statement, but I didn't like it for a lot of reasons. And it just was really, the whole tag team division right now as a whole is trash. There's nothing going on here. There's no storyline development. The only storyline development you got going on is on Monday Night Raw with the continuous ring postitis bullshit and them pretending to be doctors. It is so lame and beneath Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson to be playing this kind of role. In New Japan, they were playing NWO type style, kicking ass, taking names, and winning in New Japan. Here they're playing Mickey Mouse retarded games and dress up. Get the fuck out of here. They're not doctors, they're ass kickers. Make them that. The Revival are ass kickers, so make them like the Revival. Can't do that? What the fuck you got them for? They're not meant to be played as little fucking comedic roles. They're meant to be serious and be ass kickers. Like a Triple H. Like a Ric Flair. Like any of those motherfuckers. You stupid dumb retards. Playing these Mickey Mouse retarded games with people. Insulting people's intelligence. And making two men that perform well being heels the way they're supposed to play heels. Serious badass heels instead of these jokers that they're playing. They would get over better. Instead, they look like Mickey Mouse idiots. The fucking, the only heels right now that look great is the Usos, and the Usos lose. I'm skipping ahead here, but yeah, they fucking lost to Heath Slater and Rhino. For what? To give Heath Slater a job within WWE SmackDown? Are you fucking kidding me? Why couldn't they have just given the guy the fucking role as a SmackDown performer when he won by disqualification against Randy Orton? What did they have to do all this Mickey Mouse crap? Put Rhino in with a fucking dumbass like Heath Slater. I mean, it's great he won a championship, but he's about the only reason why Heath Slater is a fucking champion, for God's sakes. He is a nobody, a nothing. He sucks. This is ridiculous. I kind of imagine on Tuesday night the Usos beating Heath Slater and Rhino for the tag team titles on SmackDown this coming Tuesday. And why would they do that? What would be the purpose in giving the belts and then taking it off of them? It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. It's fucking retarded. And I absolutely hate it. The tag team match itself was horrible. The tag team title match was just as bad. It was shit. I did not care for it. I give that one a 2 out of 5 stars. Did not care for it. The only thing worth watching was Rhino goring one of the Usos. That's all that was worth watching on that shit. That was fucking garbage. I hate the tag team division on SmackDown, and Raw is a fucking joke. Tag team wise. They could have a great tag team, but they don't. They got the fucking the Enzo Amore and Big Cass playing Mickey Mouse games with the Primo and this other jerk off who's convincing people to go to Puerto Rico where they're broke ass poor. Get the fuck out of here. No offense to anyone who his home is in Puerto Rico or anything like that, but you guys live under very horrible conditions. I'm sorry to you for anyone that has to live in Puerto Rico because of that issue. But that's the reality of it. At some point, maybe that will be the reality in America. Hopefully not. But with all that being said, This is just utterly complete garbage with the tag team division. They might as well just get rid of tag team titles altogether. Because they don't know, their priorities are not at all into the tag team division. They're not trying to elevate the tag team division whatsoever. It is complete and utter trash. But that's just my rant on that. Next thing we had was The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. This is another rant I gotta complain about. Match itself was pretty damn good until the ending. They had Miz's wife, Maurice, spraying mace in Dolph Ziggler's eyes while the referee was distracted with Miz. And Miz picks up the victory with the skull-crushing finale. And that's the end of that. So, that's it. The match was 18 minutes long. Decent match. Wasn't bad. Miz walks away with the victory, though, retaining the titles against Dolph Ziggler. What a fucking joke. They couldn't give Apollo Crews a title match with The Miz. Even with him losing, they couldn't give him 18 minutes on SummerSlam. Are you fucking kidding me? Get the hell out of here. This is ridiculous. Then we had, also during the night, Bray Wyatt beats up fucking Randy Orton and fucks up his ankle, and then we're having Randy Orton pretend that his ankle's injured and it's really his skull. He's got a injury still under concern with the WWE from what Brock Lesnar did with Randy Orton. They were afraid he might get hurt by continuing to work with the injury with his skull. So they decided to give him the night off, per se, and not allow him to perform for a long period of time at all. In which case, ended up being a count out for Bray Wyatt to pick up the victory. Then we have Kane go up against Bray Wyatt in a no-holds-barred match to fill in the match that was canceled by WWE because of the head injury that Randy Orton has. And Bray Wyatt loses to Kane by a chokeslam. Kane, a guy who has not done anything at all. This is his first ever match, officially, on pay-per-view. He wins a match against a guy they keep having him go ahead and say he's a god. He ain't nothing but a load of talking garbage that I can't stomach listening to on my television anymore. Forget about seeing him on my TV set, JD. You know, JD, you have this apparel of clothing that says, "Get off my TV. I don't want to see you on my TV," bullshit. I don't want to hear Bray Wyatt on my television. Forget about seeing him. I don't even want to hear him. I don't want to hear his voice. I don't want to hear shit. He sucks. He is a horrible performer. They do not build him up. I don't know why the fuck they keep having him on television if they're not going to go through what they're making him say. If he's so much of this powerful wrestler who can kick everyone's ass, why is he losing to everybody, especially Kane? Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. This match was okay, though. It was entertaining for what it was worth. But the wrong guy won. Because Kane is over the hill. He needs to retire. Why he's still wrestling is beyond me. I don't understand that. And I don't understand why they would make Bray Wyatt lose. But quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of listening to him talk and then he loses. If he's going to lose, just shut the fuck up, please. Because you suck. And so does the WWE with this nonsense. So that's all I have to say on that. I already discussed about the tag team titles match with the final match of the tag team division. Like I said, it absolutely sucked. And AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose. Like I said, match stealer of the night. This was a fucking unbelievable matchup. The only thing that tarnished this match was the low blow that the referee did not get to see that AJ performed on Dean Ambrose and then hit the Styles Clash to pick up the victory with the 1-2-3. I mean, it was fun. This match, I believe, let me just take a real quick look here. It was 24 minutes, almost 25 minutes, 24 minutes and 57 seconds. This match was pretty impressive. I liked how they made all these matches pretty lengthy. The audience was very much into it. They were entertained. They actually were alive. They weren't dead through most of this shit. The only one they didn't put up a lot of noise for, outside of disapproval, was the Miz versus Dolph Ziggler match, because quite frankly everyone is sick and tired of maybe even Dolph Ziggler. I am, actually, to be quite frank with you guys, I am sick and tired of Dolph Ziggler too. You're gonna make him this guy that wants to shine and make him this great performer who fights but always loses. Get him the fuck off television, revamp his character, do something. But come on, man, this guy deserves better than this, and he ain't getting shit. What's the point of us watching? Really. Miz, he was alright. He performed okay, but once again, with them going ahead and doing what they did with the mace to, Dolph Ziggler's eyes by Maurice, once again, it defeats all the purpose of building the Miz into this hard-ass bad guy. All he is just a pansy bitch who cheats and finds dirty tactics to win. There's nothing wrong with that, but he does it all the time. He doesn't ever once in a while just win without cheating. There are heels that can win without cheating. They don't always have to use dirty tactics to win, and they should do that with each and every heel. Once in a while, make them win fairly, which they do with AJ Styles. He performed well against Apollo Crews. Now, speaking of Apollo Crews, since I brought up his name, I'm pretty sick and tired of him too. Not that I hate him or anything, but because of the fact the guy doesn't even get an opportunity to pick up a fucking victory over anyone. This guy has lost, I think, 5 straight matches in a row since SummerSlam. This is sick. He faced Baron Corbin and lost on the pre-show. This is deranged. Baron Corbin, I think, really deserves to eventually beat The Miz for the Intercontinental title. The only other person above him that should win is Shelton Benjamin, but that's going to be a while. So we are in for a long ride with The Miz as an Intercontinental Champion, for God's sakes. And I 100% agree with what Miz said. They really should make that championship mean something again, and instead, with it being around The Miz's waist, it's absolute trash. Might as well be a fucking toy belt. Not no fucking championship belt that's looked at as a freaking prestigious title. That's pretty much it. I liked the world title match. It lived up to its hype, even though it was hardly built up. It didn't get enough time for building to hype up this match enough to make it seem as if it's one of the best matches. Was this pay-per-view great? Absolutely not. But was it boring? Was it horrible? No, it wasn't horrible. It needed quite a few adjustments, but for a first time ever brand exclusive pay-per-view with only a 2-week build after SummerSlam, I don't think they did too bad. So I gotta give them that much credit. But if this was a 4-week build-up for a pay-per-view and this is what we got, yeah, this was a horrible fucking pay-per-view, but it's only a 2-week built for a pay-per-view, so you can't get down on too much about it. Other than that, pay-per-view was okay. It was an alright, watchable event. So, that's pretty much all I have to say on the pay-per-view. Leave your comments and opinions down below about the WWE Backlash 2016 event, and I'll definitely get back to you. Hit that subscribe button. Have a great night, guys. It was a pleasure speaking to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.